What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 470 of Community Universe Mode. I can't believe that we are just fucking 40 episodes away from 500. That's insane to me. We'll probably get there by the end of this season. I'd have to imagine there's probably at least 40 more episodes. But indeed, welcome, my fine feathered friends, to edition number 124 of Friday Night Genesis. And it is going to be a hell of a show. 3 championship matches, and we're kicking things off with one of them. Marcantel makes his way out from the back with a huge opportunity in front of him. Obviously for himself, and also 7 deadly sins. Getting set to challenge Dallas Steel for the CMV International Championship. Marcantel receiving this opportunity after his bludgeoning of Sam Valentine in last week's main event. We knew that Dallas Steel would be defending his title tonight. We didn't know who against. This is actually Marcantel's second shot at the International Championship this season. Failed earlier a couple of months ago to challenge Chris Andrews when he held the title. Chris Andrews, of course, now the Alpha World Championship, involved in our main event later on tonight. A 6-man tag, guys, tonight. We also have a prison cell match. That's actually up next. No Fun Martini and Tyson Cage go at it. Not to mention another Cyborg Invitational bout, and a highly anticipated one as Reese Ortiz takes on Elijah Stewart. The 2 other championship matches of the evening. Gonna see the World Tag Team titles defended when the ATL challenge the Good Brothers, and a hell of a co-main event, a ladder match for the Anarchy Championship as Jaquan Shea challenges Samuel Boone, guys, with special guest referee Fred Angel. What up, Hellish? Topher Soul, Big Maury. Here he comes, though, the genetic perfection, the God Killer he likes to go by. He has held that CMV International Championship since Point Break, where he won it inside of an elimination chamber. So far, 2 successful defenses under that belt. Dallas Steel with just 1 loss on his record. That was to Eric Skarsgård towards the beginning of the season. I think that was only Dallas Steel's maybe 3rd or 4th match here in CMV. And the winner of this matchup, guys, of course, will go on to Homecoming 3 to represent Team Genesis against Team Fusion, against their United States champion, who currently is Alistair Knox. And of course, Alistair will be defending his title on the next episode of Fusion this Monday against Bloody Justice, so that might change as well. Dallas Steel was involved, however, in that defense of Genesis right at the top of our show, as Fusion looked for payback for Genesis attacking them at Emergence. Hayden, with the rest of his team, guys, including Damian, revealed as his monster pick to now battle Guri Sukhanov at Homecoming, would attack Josh Wolf and the rest of Team Genesis. And just as it was looking like the upper hand here on the Orange Brand, beating the Genesis boys' asses on their home turf, Dallas Steel and Reese Ortiz would come to the rescue to even think, well, actually, then outnumber Team Fusion and send them packing. Getting a little bit of retribution. But right now, guys, the International Championship is on the line. Marcantel, a CMV veteran, a former Anarchy champion, is not to be taken lightly. This is going to be a clash of the Titans. Dallas Steel, no doubt, been one of the most impressive newcomers of this season. Again, has only been pinned once. That was by Eric Skarsgård, and only his 3rd or 4th matchup here in CMV, as he hoists that International Championship up high for all to see. Yeah, good old Hellish made almost all of our titles but 2, including the International Championship, which is about to be defended. Perry White hoisting it up high for all to see. What up, Dash? It'll just change. Then it will be Marcantel who represents Genesis as we get a nice handshake between the two. We know that Marcantel's, oh, wait, what? Dallas Steele playing peekaboo, appearing behind Marcantel. That's a great strategy. So if Marcantel does win here, then he will be slotted into the matchup and represent Genesis. I assume that sportsmanship there was just Marcantel, you know, saying, thanks for defending Genesis at the top of the show there. I was about to say that Marcantel's leader, the leader of 7 Deadly Sins, John Reed, of course, will be a part of that 8-man elimination tag match at Homecoming. He's a part of the 6-man tag match later on in our main event. Josh Wolf, John Reed, and Sam Valentine versus Vintage and Chris Andrews. This fight already split on the outside, and Dallas Steele, one of his retentions is actually by count out. He has that champion's advantage. He could very well do it again right here. Maybe not wanting to exert all of his energy, if you will, before Homecoming. You know, the same could happen to Alistair Knox. Bloody Justice very well could pull off the upset. We could have Bloody Justice versus Marcantel at Homecoming. I gotta say, though, I'm pretty excited to see Alistair Knox versus Dallas Steele. That would be a very interesting matchup as Marcantel saves this matchup for himself. Throwing Dallas Steele back into the ring, then grabbing him by the head and slamming him into the canvas. Stiff kick to the back, stomp to the lower spine. Up next here on Genesis 124, guys, a prison cell match. No Fun Martini and Tyson Cage escalate their rivalry. Marcantel right here going to fire off at Dallas Steele with a cutthroat slam. The height he got on that was just nasty looking. Definitely looking forward to the CMV World Tag Team title match tonight. The ATL challenging the Good Brothers, but probably the match I'm most excited for is Brett Angel officiating his first matchup, a ladder match for the Anarchy title, as Jaquan Shea will challenge Samuel Boone after winning that fatal four-way a couple of weeks ago. Marcantel right here going to show us his raw power as he just flings Dallas Steele all over the place with these gut-wrench suplexes. Yo, what up, Famous? Nice you to drop in, my friend, right here at the... Perry White takes his first bump of the evening. I'm sure it's not going to be the last. We got a lot of archaic matches tonight, so Perry White best be ready. Our first matchup here on Genesis 124. The International Championship is on the line as Dallas Steele defends against Marcantel, escapes with some elbows to the side of the head. Now Marcantel's going to pay. Back suplex by the God Killer. German suplex now. Spins Marcantel around into that vertical. That usually plays as a prelude to Dallas Steele's devastating wayside slam that he goes for, but Marcantel gonna block it, doing a very good job of doing so. Dallas Steele right back into control. Marcantel not having the driver's seat for very long. As you saw Dallas Steele there, kind of like a lion almost, stalking its prey. Stalking the wounded gazelle. Dallas Steele looks at Marcantel and says, come on, you got anything left? Let's do this. Taunting right in the face of the true Dark Lord, though. Not a good idea as he's sent tumbling down to the outside. Once again, taking the bottom rope with him. GG. Once again, guys, Dallas Steele does have the champion's advantage, so Marcantel's got to be careful. I speak for CMV. Marcantel definitely looking for some big-time damage, but it's Dallas Steele who goes back into the ring. Says, nah, fam. We're going to do this in the ring. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Marcantel currently on spaghetti legs. Snaps himself back to reality into the ring. These two Goliaths clash. International Championship on the line. This could change the Homecoming 3 card. If Marcantel is victorious, the winner of this will fight Fusion's United States champion in 4 weeks' time, the 5th of June. Of course, that beautiful new poster, Homecoming 3 poster, was shared last night to our Twitter. Got a lot of attraction, and rightfully so. Props to Topher for what is no doubt his best poster yet. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. It's also on our website and Discord, as again, Dallas Steel takes Marcantel through the ringer. No flies on Dallas Steel as he stalks Marcantel. Well, this time, the waist-side slam, such height by Steel, and then such velocity on the way down. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. Dallas Steel seems a bit miffed about that, understandable. But Marcantel, especially after his performance last week against Sam Valentine, not to be trifled with, not to be taken lightly. Irish Ripper to the corner, and now Marcantel looks to turn things around. Irish Ripper to the corner, clothesline, another clothesline. Dallas Steel wobbles out to the center of the ring, right into a sidewalk slam by the representative of Sin and a vintage. Marcantel goes for a powerbomb. Dallas Steel reverses though. How awesome is the genetic perfection as now he looks to send Marcantel into the corner. Slowly approaches him, perhaps is going to go for that modified suplex of his. Yes, into the corner. Marcantel, the undersides of his thighs there, right into the turnbuckles. That's gonna hurt. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Dallas Steel with his hands atop his head. He already tried for that waist-side slam. It didn't work before, but perhaps a second time will be the icing on the cake as Steel plummets Marcantel back down into the mat. And that has got to be it to retain the international title. 1, 2. No. Are you kidding me? Marcantel taking a page out of Sam Valentine's book. Remember last week, it took 4 bullhammers by Marcantel to keep down the Dream. What does Dallas Steel have to do here? Now going to try to force the submission. Wrenching back on Marcantel's face, but the big man going to break himself free. Snapmare to take down Dallas Steel. Goes for a kick. Action roll though by the champion. Belly to belly overhead. Short arm shoulder block though, not allowing Dallas Steel to stay in control for very long. And Marcantel now gonna adopt a slow and methodical pace as he goes for Dallas Steel's arms. Obviously the source of his power. He can't lift Marcantel up for that waist-side slam without his arm. What the hell is Marcantel doing here? What the hell is he doing? Looking at that ass. Oh no! Dallas Steel went face first off the ring apron. Now a pump handle toss right onto the Steel at the bottom of the ramp. And this is old school Marcantel. He's pissed now. He's ripping Dallas Steel apart. Oh my God. I don't know what just flipped on inside of Marcantel, but he is now dominating Dallas Steel. No. Back suplex on the security wall. Mamma mia. Dallas Steel just got ripped to shreds, and now Marcantel has the champion right where he wants him. Brings him up to his feet. Dallas Steel motionless after the onslaught on the outside powerbomb. What's up, Joey? Welcome to the stream as we might be closing in on crowning a new international champion, man. Dallas Steel is unresponsive. Marcantel goes for a chokeslam. Finally a sign of life from the champ. Some elbows to the side of the head. Marcantel, though, quickly shuts down. Any sort of momentum goes for the bullhammer. Dallas Steel counters, and Steel a third time. Marcantel crashing down to the canvas. And just like that, uno, dos, tres, Dallas Steel is still the CMV International Champion. The closing minutes of that matchup, man, were all Marcantel. Dallas Steel made one key counter of the bullhammer and hit a third waist-side slam, the God Killer, he calls it. to retain his title and solidifies his spot on the Homecoming 3 card. Now the question is, who will he meet from Fusion? Bloody Justice or Alistair Knox? Find out next Monday. A third successful defense for Dallas Steele, who's not in the mood to be celebrating with referee Perry White. And a tweet here, guys, from Josh Wolf says, "That is how you do it, Sam. That is how you kill a demon." Obviously referring to the fact that last week Sam Valentine could not defeat Marcantel. Josh Wolf trying to get his team in check as Dallas Steele with a strong win here tonight. Itchy nose. All right, guys, up next, Genesis number 124. Before we return to more championship action, the ATL challenging the Good Brothers for the World Tag Team titles. It is going to be a prison cell match. The intensity between these two men reaching a boiling point. Tyson Cage challenged Martini to a one-on-one rematch, and Martini said, "Let's take it up a notch, step inside of the prison cell." Of course, a matchup that we were introduced to just a couple of months ago when No Fun Martini created it and fought Dallas Steele, actually, in a losing effort. But one would still have to give the what's the word for it? Advantage to No Fun Martini, as he is the originator of this matchup. A black steel cage will surround the ring. There is no escape. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Things started between these two in the Royal Rumble match, where Tyson Cage eliminated Martini after his impressive run. Then Tyson Cage, the following Genesis, defeated Martini one-on-one. Martini did get a little measure of payback last week with a tag team win. However, he did not pin Tyson Cage. He pinned Samuel Boone to win. Yo, what up, Gamer Tribe? By the way, I also saw you sliding here, Diamond, earlier. You're still here. What up? No Fun Martini, a former international champion, who's looking to duel the debut of Tyson Cage. I don't know why I said it like the Tyson Cage. Tyson Cage is soon to release film where he plays the titular character Moon Knight. Releases the Friday after Homecoming. So just 5 weeks. But Tyson Cage, guys, has been on a roll besides that hiccup last week in the tag match. Singles-wise, I'm pretty sure he's on a 4 or 5 match winning streak. The former Fusion Tag Team Champion has been very impressive. But now he's stepping into the unknown. Stepping into Martini's domain. So here we go. The cell will lower down onto the ring and closing these two inside. And as I touched on, Martini is the creator of this matchup, but against Dallas Steele a couple of months ago, it did not work out for him. Will this time be different as Tyson Cage starts things off strong with an inverted overdrive. Now Martini fires back, tries to anyway, with a kick to the gut, caught by Tyson Cage into a half Boston Crab. Martini with a quick escape. Again, there are no escapes. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission in the confines of the prison cell. Martini with an Irish whip. Nice clothesline on the rebound there. Brought up to a vertical base now, over the shoulders. Up next, guys, the ATL will challenge Good Brothers for the World Tag Team titles. Invitational action and a matchup I'm very much looking forward to. Reese Ortiz and Elijah Stewart new battle. Also got triple threat matchup tonight. Adam Valentine, Reese Matthews, and Dule Zaire going to go at it. Ladder match for the Anarchy title with special guest referee Brett Angel, and a great six-man tag in the main event as Martini misses that elbow horribly. Tyson Cage pops up into a seated position. Already tonight, we've seen Dallas Steele retain the international title, solidifying his spot in the Homecoming 3 card, defending Genesis against whoever may be United States champion, either Bloody Justice or Alex Knox. We find out next Monday. Tyson Cage right now in control. Irish whip, rebounds, calf kick by the former Fusion Tag Team champion. Like I said, has been on a great roll as of late. If he can get this win over Martini here, he might see a championship opportunity in his near future as he prepares for the premiere of Moon Knight in 5 weeks, where again he plays the main character, Moon Knight. Couple of kicks straight to the face. Martini gonna fire back strong with a short arm shoulder block to chop down the opposition. Back and forth these two go, tit for tat. 1999, a reversal fest ensuing here on Genesis number 124 as Tyson Cage shoots for a grapple, counter though by Martini over the shoulders, fireman's carry. My God, these two know each other so well. Been going at it for the better part of a month now. Tyson Cage unloading with quite the combination. Irish whip off the ropes. Misses that clothesline, connects though on the flip side. And a tweet here, guys, from Adam Valentine simply says, hashtag give Adam Valentine a chance. A hashtag that Adam's trying to get viral. Adam Valentine predicting that he's going to be the one to get the pink slip, I should say, at the end of the Invitational. As the conspiracy will continue, Tyson Cage was able to counter No Fun Martini's lifting reverse DDT, caught him with that code breaker, and now the Canadian Destroyer. Tyson Cage, it took two of those to defeat Martini the last time they met one-on-one. But, oh, wow. Very close call there. I thought it was going to be enough. Martini, though, able to kick out there just in the nick of time. Dashing Tyson Cage, this new attitude of his really took shape about 6 months ago when he won a poll on our website, CMVWrestling.com, for who is the most handsome man in all of CMV. He really let it get to his head when he ended up winning it. Sidewinder suplex, but most certainly it's done well for him. Look at now, a movie star. As Martini says, enough is enough. Shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle again. Martini is rolling. Tyson Cage tries to fire off with a clothesline, gets caught instead with a back suplex. Things are not going well for Tyson Cage right now. Irish stripper to the corner. We've seen Martini go for this before. Snapmare puts Tyson Cage in position. Now Martini up to the very top. Falling back elbow connects swiftly. And Martini is riding high now as he insults the CMV Universe, who he knows are behind Tyson Cage here. Cage to his feet, unaware that Martini's coming in from behind, though. Martini might have just gone for that swinging reverse STO of his. Tyson Cage with a second dose of the code breaker. Hook to the jaw, counter though. Forearm smash by Martini, doesn't stay down for very long. Desperately trying to get back to a vertical base. Tyson Cage helps him. Up onto the shoulders, wasteland. That's going to be followed through by a senton right across the chest. Just a one count though. Yo, what up, Rage, my friend? That's what I'll call you. Newcomer to CMV. Everybody welcome him. The Forsaken, soon to debut here on Genesis. This is the second matchup of the evening, and it might be about to come to an end as Tyson Cage goes for a second Canadian Destroyer, but Martini counters DDT inside of the prison cell, and Martini looks to finally get one up over Cage. Reverse STO. Martini takes a moment. 1, 2, 3, and No Fun Martini is victorious inside of his prison cell. And a tweet here, guys, from Reese Ortiz says, just bought my hashtag Give Adam Valentine a Chance t-shirt. Get yours today in your local superstore bargain bin. Reese Ortiz trying to make fun of Adam Valentine. We know those two are not exactly best friends. Ortiz seeing this as a great opportunity to mock Adam Valentine. What up, Luke DeBoss? Welcome, my friend, as we get a highlight at the end of this matchup. Tyson Cage went for a second Canadian Destroyer. Instead, he got a swinging reverse STO. The Cage raises. Martini is victorious, finally, over Tyson Cage, who's had his number as of late. The action is far from over here on Genesis number 124, though, my friends. More championship action up next. And a tweet here, guys, from Adam Valentine in response to Reese Ortiz says, gonna love it when you get killed by Elijah Stewart. Maybe then that ego of yours will go away. Shot sent back by Valentine. As up next, CMV World Tag Team titles are about to be defended as the Good Brothers Xander Slate and Randy Orton return to action, putting their belts on the line against the ATL's Malcolm Fry and Deshaun Porter. It was last week that the ATL actually made their Genesis debuts, defeating the team of Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva to earn this opportunity. They were last-second replacements after imaginary friends Freddie Osborne and Smiley Danielson could not make it to the arena in time. Some say they got distracted chasing an ice cream truck. Freddie Osborne says their tires were slashed, so who really knows? Got to get Reese Matthews on that case of this gum investigation. This is the first time that we are, of course, seeing Slate and Borton in action. No longer a part of Click. 2 weeks ago, the formidable stable coming to an end after Bob Luger snapped at Slate and Borton and they walked away. Now we know Bob Luger's career at Homecoming 3 in 4 weeks, fighting Elijah Stewart in a no-holds-barred match. Xander Slate and Randy Borton striking out on their own. Their second reign as World Tag Team Champions. Their first reign this season lasted 5.5 months. Currently, they've held the title since Absolution, where they defeated Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva. This is their first defense of their second reign. Still a lot to get to on Genesis, though. Up next after this, it is Reese Ortiz and Elijah Stewart in Cyborg Invitational action. Then we've got that triple threat between Valentine, Matthews, and Zaire, a ladder match for the Anarchy title with special guest referee Red Angel and a huge 6-man tag. And our main event is Here Come the ATL, looking snazzy. Malcolm Fry to the left and Deshaun Porter on the right. Former Fusion Tag Team Champions transferred to Genesis, as I touched on last week, made their debut. Last-second replacements for imaginary friends, and now could very well see themselves making history as the first team to ever hold the World Tag Team titles and the Fusion Tag Team titles. The ATL ready. Waiting the arrival of two of CMV's greats, future Hall of Famers. Now striking out on their own as the Good Brothers. Xander Slate on the left and Randy Borton on the right. The tag team of the year as voted by you guys, the CMV universe. Xander Slate, of course, is set for big-time singles action at Homecoming as his matchup with Ricky Spanish has been confirmed. But tonight he's got to stay focused because the ATL are not to be taken lightly. So here we are, the prestigious CMV World Tag Team title set to be defended here on Genesis number 124. The ATL, like I said, with a chance to make history as former Fusion Tag Team champions. If they win here, they will be the first team to have held the Fusion Tag Team titles and then the World Tag Team titles. The ever impressive runners-up. Is that how you say that? Runners-up for Tag Team of the Year behind the Good Brothers. Malcolm Fry and Deshaun Porter, the ATL. They are ready for this huge opportunity as they no doubt face the biggest challenge of their careers. Randy Borton, Xander Slate with a snazzy new attire, compliments of the one and only Maury. The Milkman and the OG Dirty Heel. They might not have the... Damn, they are ready to go. Haven't been in action for a couple of weeks. They were getting antsy. Bob Luger no longer a part of their brotherhood, but they still have each other. Referee Perry White hoists the belts up high for all to see. As let's get the action started. Going to be Malcolm Fry for the ATL and Xander Slate for the Good Brothers. They meet in the middle of the ring right out of the gate. Suplex by the suplex machine, Malcolm Fry. So many different variations and styles of suplexes he knows and will utilize. Right there, though, we get a nice sharp reverse DDT. Brought up to a vertical base, tries for a grapple. Brought overhead with the fireman's carry, though. The ATL might very well be in over their heads. This is a super kick early on. That might be a tell-off of how the rest of the matchup will go. About to say the ATL, you know, this is only their second week as a part of the Genesis roster, already receiving a title opportunity and up against two of the greatest of all time. Pullback attack into a Hurricane Rana by Slate. And a tweet here, guys, from Coach Dave Daniels says, currently tweeting from under the ring. Don't know how I got here. Vintage Dave Daniels with those. Oh, nice tag made right there. Here comes the Deshaun Porter drop kick after leaping over Malcolm Fry. There's that beautiful teamwork. I'd definitely give the ATL credit. They're probably the most fluid. The hell was that? Showed like a bang on the wall. Not my neighbors, because it came from the wall in the kitchen. Was there ghosts in here? I was about to say, though, as Slate makes a tag to Borton at the ATL, are probably the most fluid tag team in all of CMV. Such great teamwork from these two young athletes. As Borton, now the legal man, with a butterfly DDT. Clothesline by Deshaun Porter to fire back now, followed by a stomp to the chest, brought up in a seated position, kick to the shoulder. What up, Suntan? Welcome to the stream. Genesis number 124 and the World Tag Team titles are on the line as the ATL challenge the Good Brothers. WGW is a partner of CMV, yes. Oh, was that you, Hellish? Tornado DDT from the Milkman. Gonna bring Deshaun Porter Up to one knee slowly but surely, as now he brings him fully up to his feet, tries for vertical suplex and gets it. Beautifully executed right there. Currently, things are not going very well for Deshaun Porter, who's just nearly tossed right through the ropes to the outside with that German suplex from Borton. Scoop slam attempted, but Deshaun Porter going to escape from it, dropping down behind, back suplex. Can he use this opening to make a tag? No, instead he's going to go to work on Borton. Don't know how wise that is, but of course I'm not the man in the ring. I'm the man behind the desk. Reverse DDT. The ATL loving their reverse DDTs here in this matchup. And Deshaun, Irish whip to his corner. Wants that tag to Fry now. Will he get it? No, he will not. Irish whip instead over to Slate, who's arguing with referee Perry White. Big old body splash. Big momentum for Deshaun. Another body splash. Borton wobbles out of the corner. He's on spaghetti legs. Irish whip now into another corner. Oh, Deshaun. O'Connor roll German suplex by Porter. Holy shit. Borton is in big trouble. Watch out, Perry White. You've already taken your bump. Deshaun, I'm not sure if he actually tried for a tag or not. Either way, a counter by Borton. Now he looks to get the hell out of the ring, but Deshaun doesn't allow it. Boot to the side of the head, turns Borton around, says, what up, how you doing? Irish whip back to the corner of the ATL, and a tag to Malcolm Fry. The ATL going back to their roots. High knee enziguri combo, but that's not all. Reeled into a picture-perfect Northern Light suplex. What a bridge. New champions. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. Deshaun Porter able to take out Slate. Malcolm Fry wants to try for the pin again. This time, Slate's going to break it up and save his brother. Deshaun Porter falls to the outside. Malcolm Fry is not happy. Tries to knock Slate off the apron, but he pays for it big time. Hot-shotted off the top rope. Malcolm like, nah, fam, you're catching this fist. Now this is essentially turned into a one-on-one with Porter and Slate both down on the outside. Stalls a suplex as Borton, one of his own. The CMV World Tag Team titles are at stake. The top of the show, we saw the International Championship defended as Dallas Steel defeated Marcantel. Vertical suplex again by Borton. Maybe he's the suplex machine for this matchup. Teaching Malcolm Fry a thing or two. Oh, Borton has finished off matches with this before. The go-home driver decides that it won't be enough, though, to put down Malcolm Fry. Looks to continue his assault with a high angle dick grab slam. Boy, I haven't seen one of those in a good while from the Milkman. Bullplex. Is Slate still down? Or is he on the apron? I can't see. No, there he is. All right. He's good. He's good. He's ready. Malcolm Fry, I don't know how wise this is, especially when you're in the ring with two veterans like Borton and Slate, to be taunting, pandering to the audience. The fans probably split down the middle for this one. They don't like the ATL. They don't like the Good Brothers. Hero Slam into the pin, guys, far in the corner. If Malcolm can get this, we have new champions, but no. Slate makes the save again. Porter tries to stop him on his way out with a waistlock, catches some elbow snapmare, but in the chaos, Slate does not realize that Malcolm Fry is sizing up Borton. Oh, Death Valley Driver out of the pump handle slam, and oh my God, we can have new champions. 1. Oh, but Xander with Porter not there to stop him, makes the save again, and Malcolm Fry is livid. Also took out referee Perry White in the process. Second bump of the night. Whale hunt. Borton with a double boot stomp. Thanks to Xander, Slate now has a chance to come back. Vintage Borton right there. Follows it up with a kick to the chest. Great tag team action with the titles up for grabs. Damn, Borton with some aggression there. Just tossing Malcolm Fry into the ropes. Out of that suplex, trip up though by Malcolm Fry. You can't give him enough time. Here comes Deshaun Porter pulling himself up, using the apron to do so. Face first. Into the canvas goes Fry, guys, who is reeling right now at the hands of the Moo Moo Man. Cross-armed DDT. And finally, we get a tag to Slate, but at the same time, Malcolm Fry maybe looks for a tag to Deshaun Porter. No, it's too late. Here comes Slate, and walks right into a suplex. Yeah, the Good Brothers definitely not in a good way. Perhaps it was they who underestimated the ATL, and they might pay for it. Tag now to Porter. Here comes the more athletic of the ATL. Oh, catches a dropkick for his troubles. Xander Slate, the first ever Money in the Bank winner in CMV, two-time world champion, United States champion. This not only would be a huge win for the ATL in terms of winning the titles, obviously, but defeating two men the stature of Borton and Slate. DDT followed by another DDT. Future shock to Porter to retain the titles, but Malcolm Fry takes out everybody in the process of making that save there. Slate tries to stay in control now. It's a handicap scenario as Borton is down on the outside. Malcolm watching from the apron as Deshaun, I believe, just went for his signature maneuver, but Slate was quick enough to counter it. Grabs Malcolm Fry by the sides of his head, and Slate gonna show us his power with that wayside slam. Malcolm Fry now looks to make sure that Borton stays down on the outside. Here comes Borton into the ring, though, to try to help out Slate, or no, just gonna return to his apron. Just gingerly walks by. STO. See Malcolm not looking too hot there on the apron as Porter works out a kink in his shoulder, now goes to the top rope, and this is a big risk being taken, but it pays off. Body splash. Deshaun hooks the leg. 1, 2, but Slate kicks out on his own if he wouldn't have been able to. Borton there to make the save. Porter's not happy about that, giving Borton the stink eye. And Porter doesn't seem to know what to do next. He's lost. This is the biggest matchup of the ATL's careers. What is he doing? Where is he going? Up to that second turnbuckle. Perry White telling him to get down, but Deshaun Porter's not going to listen. No! Oh! Went for what would have been a beautiful dropkick, but instead clipped the back of his head off the canvas. Now Slate going to make him pay for it dearly. Stomp onto the bicep. Seated position. Slowly but surely. The ATL are sinking into the deep end. Rebounds, clips. Deshaun Porter with a complete shot. Now Deshaun dazed. Slate decides to make a tag, or was thinking about it at least. Can't afford to question himself here. Deshaun catching a second wind, feeding off the energy of the fans in attendance. Pop-up drop kick there. Double boots to Slate's chest. Not in a good way as the OG dirty heel. Malcolm Fry can sense it. Irish whips him into the corner. Shorely gonna go for that O'Connor roll German suplex of his. Yes, he is. We are closing in on new World Tag Team Champions. The Good Brothers have got to do something to stifle the offense of the ATL right now. Slate might not have any idea where he is. And Porter gonna capitalize on that, but no, Xander playing possum. Into the corner. Can Xander make this tag out of desperation? No, gets an elbow directly to the face instead. And just like that, back to the corner of the ATL. Malcolm's waiting. No, Slate will not allow the tag to be made. He's just not having any of it at all. Deshaun Porter getting antsy, getting upset. Can't let his emotions get the better of him. Drop Slate with a neck breaker there, guys. Into the corner again. Misses that body splash attempt now. A trip up by Xander and just wails on him with these right hands. Man, Malcolm Fry is not looking good at all in the apron there. This could be up to Deshaun Porter. He has to put the team on his back. Can he do it though? Hung up to dry in the second rope there, and Xander Slate aggressively throws him to the mat. Elevated knee drop to the chest. Stomp to the face. Xander's getting just rude now. Rebounds off the ropes. Says what up to Borton. Goes for a shin to the side of the head, but it's Sean Porter, well scouted. Knee to the chest, back and forth, exchanging blows. Both men looking for that upper hand. Both men looking to seal the deal. How about a full Nelson slam by Xander with some oof behind it? That took it out of the OG Dirty Heel. Hot tag right there. Malcolm Fry's asking for it, but Xander Slate does not allow it to happen. Sean Porter now, he's right there. Can he make the tag? No. Again, Fry. Yeah, he might have food poisoning. Something's wrong with him. He can barely hang on to the apron. Xander Slate taking advantage of the Sean Porter's worry of his partner. That Luthez, now he stomped to the face again. That's just brutal. Stomping your opponent in the face like that. DDT though, what a DDT. Might be one of the best I've ever seen. And the corner guys in the ATL. Yes, finally the tag is made. And we've seen this before many times with the ATL. One of my favorite maneuvers of theirs. Drop kick into the suplex. Now it's Xander who's got to make that tag. Borton's yelling, screaming, reaching out for it. Malcolm has had a good while to rest on the apron, but Clayton Slate out of nowhere. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, the Good Brothers are still the World Tag Team Champions. Xander Slate and Randy Borton still the World Tag Team Champions. Malcolm Fry came in the ring with a head full of steam. Xander used his momentum against him. With a successful defense here. Did not come easy though. Who is going to be able to take those titles from Slate and Borton, the tag team of the year? The ATL can't do it. After that effort, who's there in the back that's got what it takes? Here we go, guys. Up next, it is Cyborg Invitational action. 3 matches left in this year's Invitational, including this one, but we know that this matchup has no real impact in the finals because in 2 weeks, even if Reese Ortiz loses this match here, in 2 weeks, it will be Ortiz versus Josh Wolf as announced by General Manager Castle Fave in a 2 out of 3 falls match to find out who will be the official winner of the Invitational and receive the Alpha World Championship opportunity. This matchup And the matchup next week between Reese Matthews and Elijah Stewart are really just to clean up the remaining members to see who places in the top 3 underneath who places in first. Here comes the man who has shocked everybody in his invitational run, including myself. Ortiz silencing all the haters, at least momentarily. It seems they're starting to reemerge again. Talk throughout the universe that Ortiz can't cut it here in the big time, but I'm not going to underestimate him, not again. Ortiz definitely wants to go on to meet Josh Wolf 4-0. This is undoubtedly the biggest match of Ortiz's career, and this win here, if he can win, will solidify himself. I don't know how anybody could doubt him then, as he takes on the Good Vibes Kid, a former Tag Team champion and 2-time Alpha World champion. Elijah Stewart currently at 2-1. Last week defeated Dule Zaire. And Elijah Stewart, even though he has no chance of finishing first, if he wins here, if he wins next week, make sure that he stays in the top 4. And actually, guys, you know what? I just noticed something. I just, in saying that whole thing, I just tripped myself up because I realized that if Elijah Stewart can win this matchup, and if he can then defeat Reese Matthews next week, and then if Josh Wolf defeats Reese Ortiz, Elijah Stewart will actually win the Invitational, because Elijah Stewart lost to Josh Wolf in their Invitational matchup. Hang on. I think there's something here that I'm trying to clear up, because if Elijah Stewart beats Reese Ortiz, then he'd go to 3-1. Then if he defeats Reese Matthews, he'd go to 4-1. So he'd be tied with Josh Wolf. But then Josh Wolf beat him. Yes, I am right. It's if Reese Ortiz beats Josh Wolf, then Elijah Stewart will win, because then Josh Wolf will drop down to 3-2 as his final record, and Elijah Stewart, having beaten Reese Ortiz, will place first. So if Elijah Stewart wins this match, if he beats Reese Matthews next week, and then Reese Ortiz beats Josh Wolf, Elijah Stewart will actually win the Invitational. A lot of stuff has to happen. So Elijah has to win this match. He has to beat Reese Matthews next week, and then Reese Ortiz has to beat Josh Wolf in order for Elijah Stewart to win. But if Reese Ortiz beats Elijah here, then all that is out the window and it won't matter at all. But I'm certainly not gonna toss aside Elijah Stewart, especially with all the piss and vinegar he's got to be filled with right now, heading into Homecoming 3, where of course he'll face Bob Luger in a no-holds-barred match. And if Elijah Stewart wins, Bob Luger is gone. You know, Elijah got a lot to focus on, and certainly part of his mind's got to be elsewhere, you know, thinking of Bob Luger in that matchup, and Reese Ortiz going to try to capitalize on that. Ooh, complete shot by Ortiz there. Yeah, Reese Ortiz is definitely the top 4 are confirmed. So Josh Wolf, Reese Ortiz, Elijah Stewart, and Adam Valentine, no matter what, will place in the top 4. It's just how they'll place that matters. But Reese Matthews and Dule Zaire, well, Reese Matthews next week, if he, oh, nice moonsault by Elijah Stewart. If Reese Matthews can defeat Elijah Stewart next week, then he'll be saved from placing dead last. Currently, Dule Zaire is in last, but if Reese Matthews loses, then actually Dule Zaire will... being last no matter what, I'm just realizing. So it actually doesn't matter. Dulazaire will place in last no matter what, and Reese Matthews will place in 5th no matter what. But you know Matthews would love to defeat Elijah Stewart next week and at least finish with a win. Short arm shoulder block right there by the Good Vibes kid, who now places a boot to the chest for a monkey flip. Yeah, Reese Matthews is still consumed by his gum investigation for who all those months ago cost him a shot at the Alpha World title inside of the Elimination Chamber at Point Break. Last I heard, there's been no headway. What the fuck is Elijah Stewart doing here? Oh, God. Jesus. What the? Mike, Elijah, please chill. You don't got to kill the man. I expected a respectable bout between these two. Elijah Stewart, though, like I said, filled with piss and vinegar. Nice elbow drop right there. Just don't think about it. It'll all become clear once we reach the end. German suplex out of the corner by Reese Ortiz, who could, with a win here, soil Elijah Stewart's hopes of making that big old comeback to win the Invitational. Body scissors being applied right now by Reese Ortiz, squeezing the life out of Elijah Stewart. The Good Vibes kid trying to hang in there, but can he find a way to escape? Up next, guys, here on Genesis, triple threat action going to be coming our way. Adam Valentine, Reese Matthews, and Dulazaire. Then we have a ladder match for the Anarchy Championship with special guest referee Brett Angel. And then that 6-man tag, the main event, as Reese Ortiz makes sure his moneymaker is still okay. Elijah Stewart takes a breath on the outside, comes back in, Irish whip into the corner. Stewart going to put Ortiz up on the top, not a place where he wants to be. Elijah with a Frankensteiner with athleticism by the 2-time Alpha World Champion. 1, 2, but just a 2 count. Well, we do know that Reese Ortiz busted open. We do know that the men who play Elijah Stewart getting a bit overzealous there, missing wildly with that springboard crossbody attempt. The guys who placed in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the Invitational will compete in a feast or fired minigame where one of them will receive a mid-card title opportunity, one a tag team title opportunity, the other will actually be fired. Helluva kick by Reese Ortiz. Elijah Stewart no selling it, quickly shakes the cobwebs, arm wrench, and Ortiz comes crashing down to the canvas. Now a pin by Elijah Stewart, surely out of desperation. Only will get him a 2 count though. Yeah, so Josh Wolf, Reese Ortiz, Elijah Stewart, Adam Valentine, one of those 4 men will be fired once the Invitational wraps up as Reese Ortiz looks to unleash the knee to the side of the head. Directly to the temple. Ortiz hooks the leg to shatter Elijah Stewart's hopes of winning the Invitational, and he does. Ortiz goes to 4-0, and now it is confirmed. 2 weeks, Reese Ortiz, Josh Wolf, 2 out of 3 falls match to decide who wins the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. And who can doubt Ortiz now? Defeating a 2-time Alpha World Champion. And a tweet as that match comes to an end by Josh Wolf says, "I'm not watching you to scout my competition. I'm watching you for homecoming. Don't disappoint me." Now, Reese Ortiz, of course, earlier tonight at the top of the show actually saved Team Genesis and Josh Wolf, and now has been confirmed as the 4th member for that 8-man elimination tag match. Elijah Stewart put down with a brutal knee to the side of the head. Not good momentum for Elijah heading into homecoming where he faces Bob Luger. Stewart now 2-2. Next week he meets Reese Matthews, where he can at least try to finish positive. But Reese Ortiz goes 4-0. 2 weeks. Him and Josh Wolf one-on-one. 2 out of 3 falls to see who will win the 4th annual Cyborg Invitational. All right, my fine friends, we have a tweet here from Reese Matthews that says, haven't heard any news about this feast we are supposed to have. Guess I'll plan it in my lunch break. We'll get back to the investigation. I think Reese Matthews is a feast or fired. Not really something that he has to worry about, because as I touched on, no matter what, he won't place in the top 4, even if he buys just Stewart next week. But right now, as I said, triple threat action coming our way. Adam Valentine and Dulazaire, who have already finished off their run and the Invitational, along with Reese Matthews competing for it. Momentum. Up next in our co-main event, a ladder match for the Anarchy Championship, guys, with Brett Angel as the special guest referee. That's going to be an interesting watch. 6-man tag in our main event, but Josh Wolf, I'm sure, got to be feeling some type of way after what we just witnessed. He's trying to act like he doesn't care about the Invitational, trying to focus on Homecoming 3, and I believe that he is trying to focus on Homecoming 3 and being, I hate saying Genesis's, the Team Genesis captain, but you know he cares about that Alpha World title match. He's trying to play it up like he doesn't, but he cares. As here comes the self-proclaimed greatest of all time, Adam Valentine, who's trying to get the hashtag Give Adam Valentine a Chance trending. Valentine feels as though he will undoubtedly receive the pink slip and be fired, as the conspiracy against him will continue. Where's Team NJW? Adam Valentine, as always, loving to take up as much time as he possibly can. Valentine finished off his Invitational run 2-3. He knows he will place in the top 4. The question is, what will he be getting? A mid-card title opportunity, a tag team title opportunity? Who's he going to choose as a partner? Or will he actually be fired, as his prediction currently is? No matter what, Topher is main eventing Ascendance? How does that work? What? Ascendance is 14 weeks away. A lot can happen in 14 weeks. Oh, 4 weeks until Homecoming, and then, of course, we'll officially begin the road to Ascendance 6. There's 3 pay-per-views, though, between Homecoming and Ascendance. 2 of them being Genesis exclusive ones, so. He is main eventing tonight, though. Josh Wolf, John Reed, and Sam Valentine battling at Vintage. And Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews. Here comes the former Undisputed Champion, who apparently has a lunch to get to soon. So hoping this matchup doesn't go on very long. Chris Diamond letting out a tweet here saying, "Is that my title?" It was during Emergence that Matthews made some comments about Chris Diamond, and Diamond has been sending shots back ever since he cashed in Money in the Bank to become the new champion. Said on Twitter, "Oh, what up, Reese? I'm the current Undisputed Champion." Last but not least, Dule Zaire, who finished at 1-4 in the Invitational, and he blames it all actually on Reese Matthews. Said that everything went downhill for him after Matthews frisked him, and that Zaire has been emotionally unstable ever since. No, Maury. Reese Ortiz won. Hey, what up, Noah? Just in time for this tertiary matchup. Genesis number 124 to begin. Here we go, triple threat action. Nothing on the line but momentum, and these three men, of course, not liking each other very much either. I'm sure Zaire is going to love to use this as an opportunity to get his hands on Matthews, who's cost him emotional distress these past couple of weeks. Matthews immediately going to take on, and now they collide. Kick to the gut by Zaire. Thrown overhead, though. The former undisputed champion grabs Zaire into a front headlock, shoots for a grapple, taking him at the fireman's carry. Adam Valentine regains his composure, and in the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing, just chilling out. Maxim, relaxing, all cool, and then just strikes down Reese with a tilt-a-whirl DDT. Goes for Zaire. Back suplex attempted, using his body weight though to get out of that one, sending it all crashing down into Valentine's chest. Looks like maybe Reese and Zaire forming a bit of an alliance to deal with Valentine here as Reese Matthews. Perfect time. Pay me like one of your French girls, Hurricane Rana, and that's just a little taste of what Zaire, even though he's a thick boy, can get done in the ring, athletically speaking. It's quite a marvel. Matthews rolls to the outside. Remember, in a triple threat, there are no countouts and no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission in the ring. Up next, we have a ladder match, guys, with Dule Zaire's good friend and tag team partner, Brett Angel. Special guest refereeing, the first ever special guest referee match in CMV history. The Anarchy title defended as Jaquan Shea challenges Samuel Boone. Zaire is getting pissed at Matthews for breaking up his move there in the corner. Gets some payback. Taking Reese down. Teamwork between Valentine and Zaire is something interesting to see as they take Reese for a ride. That wheelbarrow, damn, Zaire is hyped as hell about it. He's like, fuck yeah. Horribly missed elbow drop. Reese Matthews laughing about it. Blindsided by Dule. Takes him down with a capture suplex. Here comes Valentine shooting in now, only to be thrown over the shoulders. Dropped face first on that top turnbuckle. Tilt-a-whirl DDT again by the self-proclaimed GOAT. That's going to leave he and Reese Matthews alone in the ring. What up, Dick Fuel? Great name. Welcome to CMV, as Valentine perhaps looking to use this opening to nab himself a much-needed win. Irish whip to the corner. Goes Reese Matthews, charged clothesline, then a bulldog to the center of the ring. Matthews is not looking too hot right now as Dule Zaire looks to get back up to his feet. Adam Valentine with a vertical suplex dropped into a reverse STO. Zaire wants that slice of the former undisputed champion from behind. Looks for something. He's not going to find it, though. Adam Valentine again just chillaxing in the corner. Knee to the face. Drop kick from behind. Matthews did not see that coming. Now it is Adam Valentine who shall pay for his insolence as Dule Zaire puts him up top. Not a place to be. Valentine goes to the face, takes the risk, and it pays off. Beautiful kick. The Yakuza kick. Adam Valentine has been using as of late, and what a nasty kick it really is. Reese Matthews back into the fray, watching as Valentine drops a couple legs. Cross Dulé Zaire, and this is not a fun match for Reese Matthews. Sit out gourd buster. Valentine kicking everybody's ass. Drops down to one knee, feeling the effects. Finally, Reese with a little bit of a defense now offense. Snapmare, Dulé Zaire just got back up to his feet, punch to the gut. And Dulé Zaire laughs as Adam Valentine tries to go back in for the attack on Matthews. Love this match. Dulé. Oh! Dulé nearly just walked right into his death. Matthews caught him with that single underhook facebuster. Luckily, Dulé countered it, and what a Northern Lights suplex. Perhaps might be the best looking Northern Lights I've ever seen. Reese again drops the outside. This gives Dulé the chance to finish things off. Coming up from behind on Valentine for the last laugh, but Valentine instead counters. Single underhook DDT. Lateral press. One. Just the one count, though. Valentine busy taunting Dulé Zaire. Caught off guard with that jumping DDT, and now Reese catches a second wind and then gonna taunt in the corner. Great strategy, if I do say so myself, by Reese Matthews here. Yeah, walks out of the corner. Oh, counters the back suplex into a bulldog, though. And perhaps this was the plan all along by Reese Matthews. Forearm smash again. There's the case. Shades of his former mentor, Paul Devine. Lateral press, desperation pin by Matthews here. Only going to get himself a one count, however. 1 up 702. Coming up from behind, but Dulé Zaire having flashbacks of what Reese did to him all those weeks ago after Dulé Zaire defeated Matthews in their invitational match, Slingshot Spear. Reese, suspecting that Zaire might be the gum culprit, ended up frisking him, and oh! The last laugh! The last laugh by Zaire! But everybody's down now. What an awesome triple threat this has been. Adam Valentine is there for the pickings. He's out cold, but Reese is down too. Can Zaire get up in time to salvage the win? Has too much time been wasted? Matthews apparently is in La La Land. Not even gonna pin him, GG. Zaire, Irish Roast Matthews into the corner. Zaire, don't you know that Reese has a lunch to get to? Even though it's 7:30. Zaire going up top for a pinpoint drop kick. Connects right on target, but there's Valentine waiting for Zaire. Drops the knee down to the top of that. He just got raw time to taunt. Valentine making him pay for it. Big time Brave Buster. Valentine again acting like nothing phases him. Oh, and Adam has Zaire in big trouble. Matthews starting to stir. I don't know that he'll get there in time, though. Vintage Valentine, the roll through, butterfly DDT to the pin. Can he do it in time? One. No, he cannot. Matthews with the save of the century. But now, that didn't do much good in the end. Reese gets a DDT too. 1, 2, 3, and Adam Valentine is victorious in this triple threat. Adam Valentine nabs the win in what was a chaotic triple threat matchup and strutting his stuff as only he can. I guess for tonight at least. The conspiracy has been subsided. All right, folks, for CMV, Genesis number 124, it is co-main event time. And our third of 3 championship matches so far tonight. Dallas Steel retaining the international title, defeating Mercantile. The Good Brothers able to battle back the ATL to retain their world tag team titles. Now the circuit champ, a ladder match, as Jaquan Shea, who has been on an unstoppable roll as of late since his return from injury, unbeaten since his return, challenges the underdog champion, Samuel Boone, who, of course, won the title back hard, defended it in a triple threat. Boone, the master of the upsets, as a former United States champion, a man who, believe it or not, holds a clean singles win over Justin Sane. But the real wrench in the gears of this matchup is Brett Angel, who will be playing the role of special guest referee here. Brett Angel and Dulazaire for months and months this season were complaining about how official referee on Friday Night Genesis, Perry Heenan, was screwing them. Perry White, I should say. Perry Heenan is a competitor over on Fusion. And Brett Angel finally got sick of it, said, enough is enough. I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to show Castle Fave what a real referee looks like. And so he actually legitimately went to referee boot camp for the past about month and a half. He's been gone learning how to be a referee. Has learned many things in his travels. Brett Angel has done so much in his career, a 4-time unmatched world champion, a plethora of other accolades, and now he makes history as being the special guest referee in CMV's first ever special guest referee matchup. And Castle Fave definitely giving him a bit of an easier task, because as it is a ladder match, Brett Angel does not have to worry about counting pins or calling a submission or worrying about countouts or disqualifications. The only thing he has to do is make sure both competitors can continue. Vintage dashing. As I was saying, all he has to worry about doing in this matchup as the referee is ensuring that both Jaquan Shea and Samuel Boone can continue, and then to award the winner with the Anarchy Championship and announce them as the victor. Can't talk during the lean. Gotta respect the lean. Brett Angel dressed from head to toe in the official referee gear. A little bit of his own personal touch to it. He's got a nice head of hair, I gotta say, as well, since his time away in boot camp. Looks like he's got even more jacked as well. Nice little mustache. So Brett Angel, our official referee for this ladder match for the Anarchy title, as now we get to the actual competitors. Jaquan Shea, the challenger, who 2 weeks ago won a fatal four-way match to earn this opportunity. A former Anarchy champion actually came into the season with the title, ended up losing it to Alistair Knox. Jaquan Shea, after taking the loss to Matsuda Tanaka back at Exodus, Tanaka's debut, took a bit of a hiatus, 2 months, 2.5 months or so. Last month that he came back, man, and came back strong. Jaquan Shea defeated Matsuda Tanaka, got that win back. Only the one of 3 men who can say they hold a singles victory over Matsuda Tanaka. Unbeaten. Since returning to Genesis, Jaquan Shea has never been involved in a ladder match in his career, though. Neither has Samuel Boone. This is the first for both men. As these those $100 bills? Shit, I quit. See ya. See you guys. I'm gonna grab some money and get out of here. No, what am I saying? I got my Mountain Dew. I'm comfy behind my desk here, and I'm ready to call what should be an interesting matchup, as here comes the man. The CMV Anarchy champion, of course, not coming out with his title. As we saw earlier, it is hanging 10 feet plus above the ring. The only way that one of these men will leave tonight with the championship is if they climb a ladder and retrieve the belt. No pinfalls, no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. Again, Brett Angel having it taken easy on him by Cass, not throwing him straight into the deep end. Toes first. As I said, Samuel Boone, the master of the upset victory. Nobody expected him to win the Anarchy title at Wild Card. Even go back further, nobody expected him to win the United States title inside of an Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Nobody expected him to defeat Justin Sane one-on-one. Nobody certainly expected him to retain the Anarchy title a couple weeks ago in that triple threat against John Reed and D'Angelo Prince. Nobody expects him, or at least a lot of people probably don't expect him to win this match. I won't be the one to say that he can't, though, but here we go, guys. It is the CMV Anarchy Championship that is on the line. Jaquan Shea is the challenger, Samuel Boone, the champion, and our special guest referee, who's really only here to make sure both men can continue and to announce the winner at the end. So there we go. Jaquan Shea immediately exits the ring. I don't know what kind of strategy that was there, as Samuel Boone's just whipping him in the security wall, then floors him with a clothesline. Great, I'll get hiccups. Brett Angel making sure to keep a close eye on these two men. If this were a standard matchup, though, the Anarchy title on the line, it's always going to have some sort of stipulation to it. But let's say if this was a standard singles matchup, then he could start counting right now, but does not have to worry about that here. Jaquan Shea instead shows off his incredible acrobats. And he's going to do it again. Twice isn't enough, I guess. 4 times. Double knees to the gut. Those ribs of Samuel Boone are being pulverized by the challenger, Jaquan Shea, former Anarchy champion. Feeling real good about himself. Boone going to chop him down, though. And Brett Angel strikes a pose. Just because he's officiating doesn't mean he can't have a little bit of fun. And keep in mind, oh, Boone with a rake to the eyes. No disqualifications. I was going to say, keep in mind, these two can stay out here for as long as they want to. No countouts in this matchup, but if they actually want to win the match and the championship, they have to get a ladder, climb it, and retrieve the title. Jesus Christ. 6 times now Jaquan Shea has driven his knees into the midsection of Samuel Boone. Brett Angel says he's going to show head official, referee for Genesis, Perry White, how to properly call a match here, as Jaquan Shea used to pay homage to his good friend and former tag partner Jamari Williams with these Kiwi crushers. Now it's a reminder of what Jaquan Shea did to Jamari. And now Jaquan looks to ensure he has the time to climb the ladder, laying out Samuel Boone on the outside with a brain buster. And now Jaquan has all the time he needs to go grab that ladder as Brett Angel checks on Samuel Boone. Make sure that he's okay. Telling him to get up. Can you continue? Boone looks to be out of it though, guys, and Jaquan Shea has his opening, grabs the ladder and sets it up. Again, Angel goes to check on Boone, telling him, get up, kid, shake it off. Jaquan Shea has climbed the ladder, and Shea is just moments away from becoming Anarchy Champion once again. Boone has got to get up. Boone has got to get up. No, Jaquan Shea is the new CMV Anarchy Champion. He had a plan and he executed it to perfection. Laid out Samuel Boone on the outside, gave himself all the time that he needed in order to climb that ladder and pull down the title. Jaquan Shea is once again Anarchy Champion. Whoa, sorry about going silent there. My throat got real itchy. Had to get a bottle of water there. But guys, Jaquan Shea is now a two-time CMV Anarchy Champion. A short match it was, but the game plan, you got to give Shea credit, man. What a strategy that he employed to perfection. And to Brett Angel, give him credit. It wasn't much of a match to officiate, but he did a good enough job. I don't know that he did better than Perry White would have, but Brett Angel, he just had such a hard time. You know, he had to have had butterflies. You know, his first time. He just needed a quick rest after the match, all right? Leave him alone. But now it is main event time. What has been a blockbuster so far. 2 titles for champion crown. Congratulations to Jaquan Shea. Unfortunate for Samuel Boone. He just got caught in Shea's web, though. And now it is 6-man tag team action as we get a little bit of a preview of how Team Genesis will work together come homecoming 3 and 4 weeks. Captain Josh Wolf, along with his 2 chosen partners, John Reed and Sam Valentine. Of course, his 4th Reese Ortiz already competed earlier tonight, defeating Elijah Stewart. And that invitational matchup, they take on the team of Vintage, Joey Bacon, El Jefe, and of course, Alpha World Champion Kaizen. It was earlier tonight, El Jefe was finally going to make his decision for winning the Royal Rumble, who he's going to choose to face at Homecoming 3 for a championship opportunity. And nobody really knew. Would he go to Fusion? Would he challenge Chris Diamond? Would he make that triple threat fatal 4-way? Or would he stay here in Genesis and challenge his good friend, the Brit? Well, Brit, before Ella to the ring, and kind of got ahead of himself saying, hey, yo, Jefe, good job, man. It's go to Fusion, win the title, then me and you will be champions together. Vintage on top of the world. But El Jefe turned the tables on him. They went to shake hands. El Jefe kept the grasp on, though. He said, no, amigo, I'm staying here. I'm staying on my home. I'm staying on Genesis, and I'm challenging you for the Alpha World Championship. So it is now official. Homecoming 3. El Jefe, Chris Andrews, for the CMV Alpha World Championship. Tonight, though, they are on the same side of the field. And as Josh Wolf makes his way out here, we have a tweet from Jaquan Shea who says, gonna dust that dirt off my shoulder as I am your new Anarchy Champion. Short but impactful. Hashtag Anarchy King. Jaquan continuing his dominant run since returning. Now the Anarchy Champion. Josh Wolf with the world on his shoulders, being selected as Team Genesis's team captain at Homecoming 3, though. I got to give him credit. He has amassed quite the team. John Reed, Sam Valentine, Reese Ortiz, Dallas Steele, and of course Guri Sukhanov as his monster. But on the other side, Hayden has put together perhaps even a better team himself. Jacob Ziegler, Pierre Thompson, Andrew Briggs, Alistair Knox. Of course, that might change as Alistair Knox defends the United States title on the next episode of Fusion against Bloody Justice. But then also Damian, we learned earlier tonight. So Damian, Guri Sukhanov, man, that match is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. Tonight, though, as I said, we're going to get a little preview of if Josh Wolf can actually work together with his selected team here and keep them in line. And a tweet, guys, from Reese Ortiz says, Josh, are you going to tweet all night? Wait, I got that wrong. Let me start. Josh, you want to tweet at us all night? Not to disappoint you? Well, now it's your turn. Don't choke. Strong message by Ortiz there. Yeah, Josh tweeted out earlier tonight, actually, to Sam Valentine after Dallas Steele had defeated Markville, says that's how you get it done. And also to Reese Ortiz before he fought Elijah Stewart, and now Ortiz turning the tables on him. As here comes former Anarchy champion John Reed, the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins. Quite a team pick for Genesis by Josh Wolf. Not the first time that John Reed will defend Genesis. Last year at Validation, he was a part of that tug of war match. Genesis won on that night. Will it be said again in 4 weeks' time at Homecoming? And here's a tweet now, guys, from Paul Heyman, who says, Guri Sukhanov has been silent, and so have I, ever since Guri lost the Alpha World Championship. Therefore, we will give you a one-word description on Guri's match with Damian: bloody. And last but not least, the Dream, baby. I dream about him every night. Sam Valentine made, of course, his return in the Royal Rumble match back at Absolution 3 after 5 months away. His actual comeback to Genesis last week was not very fortuitous, taking that loss to Markentel, and a pretty nasty loss at that. But Sam, I'd say, is definitely an interesting pick by Josh Wolf, because as I said with John Reed a year ago at Validation, he defended Genesis. Sam Valentine was actually on the opposite side. He was defending Fusion in that tug of war match. But Sam, for the last year of his career, year plus, has been a Genesis man. And he knows that in defending Genesis at Homecoming, he could very well see a championship opportunity arise. So there's Team Genesis, of course, plus Reese Ortiz, who is watching from the back surely. A test to see if they can work well together, as they will have to at Homecoming against Fusion. Tonight, though, they're up against a formidable team. The 500-pound, 7-foot-tall, big ham Joey Bacon, and the 2019 CMV Royal Rumble winner, El Jefe, who at Homecoming will challenge Chris Andrews for the Alpha World title, the 2-time light heavyweight champion, the human fish who nobody thought could arise to the challenge, could be in the position he is in. But here he is. And El Jefe has been on a roll since winning the Rumble. First, that tag win he and Bacon got over Tops Newsom and Chris Andrews. And then last week, he defeated Johnny Vegas. Steadily building momentum is Jefe, and the Brit had better not underestimate the Arriba man. Last but CMV Alpha World Champion, the Bloody Brit, baby, Chris Andrews. One of the most decorated men in CMV's illustrious history. Two-time international champion, 3-time Anarchy champion, Fusion Tag Team champion, undisputed champion, and of course now Alpha World Champion. Brit, one of only 2 men who can say he's held the undisputed title and the Alpha World Championship. The other, of course, being Ryan Kent. Brit most definitely got a huge shock earlier tonight when El Jefe announced that he'll be challenging him. He's picking him to face at Homecoming 3. Brit was sure that Jefe was going to go to Fusion to try to win the undisputed title. But instead, we're going to have the Friends clash on one of the grandest stages here in CMV, the last pay-per-view of the year, Homecoming 3, and Josh Wolf going to start things off against the 500-pounder, and not a great start it is. Grabbed by the throat and then punched in the gut. The past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of miscommunication between El Jefe and Chris Andrews, thanks in large part to Tops Newsom meddling. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl DDT by Josh Wolf to fire back at Big Ham. Up on one knee, and good God, Josh Wolf is just about as tall as Bacon is on one knee. Josh Wolf no stranger to battling giants though there as he trips Bacon up and goes full force with some right hands trying to break the defenses of Bacon. Don't know if he did a good enough job of doing that though. Irish whip down into the corner. He looks for a tag and one of his partners here. Who's it going to be? Neither. Joey Bacon counters. Irish whip now over to his corner. Oh, no. No! Flattened. Like a piece of bread. Between a griddle there. Wolf, though, able to shake the cobwebs quickly. Now he's going to come back with a jawbreaker. Simple but effective maneuver when you're against a bigger opponent because you can't lift him. You can't throw him about, suplex him, slam him. You got to use your quickness, your agility. You got to figure out unique ways to take them down. As Joshua looks for a tag again, this time he'll get it. And the Dream Sam Valentine has entered the mix. What teamwork between he and Wolf. A super kick knee strike combination. I was not expecting that. Sam Valentine goes for a ride though. Joey Bacon no selling it. Sam Valentine now trapped between the humongous thighs of Joey Bacon and slammed face first into the mat. That is not a place that I would like to be. Not envious of Sam Valentine right now. I usually am, but not right now. Now it's Joey Bacon who wants that tag, and he'll get it to the Royal Rumble winner, El Jefe. Bacon gonna trap him in the corner. Sam Valentine flailing every which way. Ooh, clothesline, then tossed out into another clothesline. Man, I talked about earlier how the ATL are probably the most fluid tag team in the game, the way they work together, but Vintage definitely a close second. Springboard, Phoenix Splash, now a Salida del Sol. Sam Valentine is not having a lot of fun in that ring right now. Kick to the midsection. Jefe with a headbutt, wanting to keep his winning streak alive, heading into Homecoming. All the momentum that he can gather, he will. Because Britt ain't going to be no thing to scoff at. Sam Valentine wants a tag, but there we go. John Reed slaps hands, and in he comes as the legal man. First time encounter between these two, I do believe. The former Anarchy champion runs right into the hands of Jefe. Snapmare. squeezing at the temples with that knuckle sandwich. Well, I was ranking them in terms of how well they work together, as in tag team maneuvers and frequently tagging in and out. The Good Brothers, obviously a great tag team, voted Tag Team of the Year, and they retained their World Tag Team titles earlier tonight, but I don't think that Slate and Borton are the best at working together, per se. You don't see them actually hit tag team maneuvers a lot together. It's more just both their combined abilities together that make them so dangerous. John Reed, good Lord. Is he alive? I'm not so sure. Hefe with an Irish whip now into the corner. And Hefe just completely juked me. What an asshole. Oh, but Hefe, hook. Line, hello, Britt. Sinka. Now making sure there's no rope breaks. Hefe can bring an end to this matchup. Just a 1 count. However, Valentine makes the save, but Joey Bacon gonna make him pay dearly for it. Hefe making sure his spirits stay high. Bye, Valentine. See ya. Oh, man. Uranagi, John Reed able to use this opportunity to come back. Reed really is a phenomenal competitor. He actually challenged Britt just last month at Wildcard for the Alpha World title. Gave the Britt a hell of a fight, too. I thought a couple of times he was actually going to win. You know, at Homecoming 3, as Josh Wolf is now tagged in a cutthroat slam to LFA, I'm sure that Vintage and Chris Andrews will be what's the looking for? Cheering on Josh Wolf, John Reed, and Sam Valentine. They're all a part of Genesis at the end of the day, but right now they are against each other. And Josh Wolf, not the first time he's met El Jefe, another Lion Salt. Actually, they fought once before, and El Jefe was the winner. That was this season, I'm pretty sure, at a live event. Second Lion Salt gets only a 1 count for the captain of Team Genesis. But Wolf now going to slam Hefe. Not full force. Not as much impact as Josh Wolf usually has behind that DDT of his. But enough to have El Jefe dazed and confused, guys. Everybody's been tagged in now, but Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews, maybe a message being sent by Vintage here. They don't want to tag him in on purpose. Josh Wolf right now stomping at the hand of El Jefe. Does not get much more methodical than that, trying to break El Jefe's hand so that he cannot use it. And the Jaws of Fenrir, the Royal Rumble winner, is in big trouble. 1, 2, but El Jefe digs down deep. It's the reason we've come to know and love him. Doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. Cannonball senton from the second rope. Josh Wolf lets out a mighty roar. That Jaws of Fenrir attack may not have been enough to get the job done right now, but he wants to keep the driver's seat. The time he wastes taunting El Jefe utilizes against him. Don't know what he went for there, but it didn't work out. That punch to the gut did. GDT attempt again. Northern Light suplex instead, and it's Josh Wolf, who might be about to get upsetted. No, upsetted. That's not a word. Upset. Yeah, baby. El Jefe get funky like a monkey on a Thursday morning as he pops, locks, and drops it. Double axe handle right down to Wolf's face. Winding elbow drop to the back of the head now. Brought up to his feet. El Jefe. Oh! Jumping the shark, but that took everything out of El Jefe, who now looks for a hot tag, but instead he's going to go for the pin. I thought he was going to be... What? What is he doing? That's probably the best jumping the shark I've ever seen El Jefe hit, but it took everything that was left in his gas tank, and now Josh Wolf's back to his feet. Basement dropkick. Now El Jefe wants that hot tag, but Josh Wolf says, nah, fam. Denied. Hook to the jaw. Coming up from behind in a Russian leg sweep. El Jefe needs to make a tag, and he should tag into Bloody Brit, but I don't think he wants to. It's a pride thing with him. We never see Wolf hit this. Wow, it's been ages, that combination of his. Finished off with a discus clothesline. Jawbreaker, though, by the human fish. This never say die attitude as he tries to finally make a tag, and he does to Joey Bacon, though. Snapmare, we've seen this time and time again from Vintage, the big splash, double rebound with the leg drop. 500 pounds down onto the ribs and sternum. Is Josh Wolf done for? No, Sam Valentine again on that saving game. El Jefe says, gosh darn ya. Flooring him with a kill switch. Not the moneymaker, not the moneymaker. That kick to the back just pissed off Wolf. Floats over DDT. Damn, Joey Bacon, I think, was completely standing on top of his head for a split second. Josh Wolf wants a tag. He wants a tag bad. Or not, or he's just going to go let out a woo! Ow, ow, ow. Channeling the powers of Fenrir. Elbow to the side of the head, and Wolf with a massive size jaws of Fenrir. 1, 2, no! So close, but no cigars. Valentine was able to take out El Jefe, and Britt is getting pissed. Shouting out, what are you two doing? What are you two buffoons doing? Tag me. Wolf continues his assault big time. Another DDT by the team captain of Genesis. At the end of the day, every man in that ring right now is an ally of each other in the war against Fusion, but momentarily, they're competing for much needed momentum on all sides. Valentine now tagged in. Sammy Boy's return to Genesis last week against Mark Cattell was not pretty. Tries to make up for that. No, Joey Bacon just bit his goddamn hand. Bacon, he's not food. He's a living person, for crying out loud. Yeah, Sam Valentine knows exactly what Joey Bacon was going to try to go for in the corner there. Wants nothing to do with it. Might not have a choice, though. The 500-pounder. Oh, no. Sam is never going to be able to smell the same way again. That big old booty. Getting face washed. Oh, poor Sam. Bacon with a pin there. Out of pure instinct. It's only going to get him a 1 count, though. Sure, it's disgusting, but I don't know exactly how much damage it does. Sam now thrown right back into the corner, and we all know what he's about to set up for here. He's pinned the Bloody Brit with this twice before. The 500-pound frame of Bacon comes crashing down onto the sternum. The Baconator. Britt finally makes himself useful, or maybe not, completely failed trying to stop John Reed there. Britt's had it. He wants some action. Joey Bacon even going to steal that from him as he takes out John Reed. Bacon now just fighting the entirety of Team Jenna. Where is he bringing John Reed? What is he doing? Sees that Sam Valentine starting to move around again. El Jefe is not looking too hot on the apron there. What? Bacon's just killing everyone. The more the merrier, I guess. Does he even know who's the legal man at this point? Kick to the gut by the Dream. Irish whip over to his corner. Needs that tag in a bad way to Josh Wolf. No, what is he doing? Shoulder thrusts. All right. And now, El Jefe coming out of nowhere. Battling with John Reed. Great. Mayhem ensuing. Referee Perry White not able to maintain order. Sam Valentine, I thought for a moment might try to use those cheeky, dirty heel tactics. Might be enough. Woo, nearly was. That was a close call right there, y'all. I gotta take a sip of water. My voice is so dead. Joey Bacon fighting back up to his feet. Good old Agua. That is not an endorsement of LFA. Nasty ass power slam right there by Big Ham. Now he goes for a pin, and luckily Sam Valentine, graced by the gods, that ring positioning, rope break saves his life. And Bacon going for a rink of the eyes. Maybe trying to eat the eyes. I wouldn't be surprised. Sam Valentine stops it from happening, goes for a jumping cutter. It's like Joey Bacon's like swatting away a gnat. Don't know why you would. Oh, yes. Yes, that was great. Oh my God. Bacon luring Sam Valentine in. That was, oh no. But a hot tag to team captain Josh Wolf. Forearm smash. Basement dropkick takes out the knee. Nasty dropkick square to the face and chest. Bacon wants that hot tag. No, says Josh Wolf, who lines up the shot for a second Jaws of Fenrir. And there it is. Can John Reed stop El Jefe from making the save in time? Yes, he can. Will it be enough? No. And El Jefe counters the belly to belly. No good news for Team Genesis. Josh Wolf seeking to make El Jefe question that decision as the Brit. I can't imagine what's going through his mind right now. He's usually pissed. Just like his generic setting is pissed. I don't know why Joey Bacon and El Jefe would want to get on the bad side of Chris Andrews, though. Belly to belly from the top fucking rope. Lord help Josh Wolf even live through that. Mamma mia. And now a leg drop. Joey Bacon, just one big bully with his weight. Another leg drop. Come on now. This is too much. If I were Perry White, I'd be stopping the match right now. Oh, maybe that would be a premature call by me. Somehow Josh Wolf is still conscious. Shoulder first goes Bacon into that steel post, and something tells me Joey Bacon already has a lot of joint pain. Another, well, not really a running power slam, more of a gingerly walking power slam. Oh my God, are we finally gonna get it? Yes! Joey Bacon finally decides enough is enough and not to play this game into a Brit nice and fresh. The Alpha World Champion comes in to get him some. Camel clutch immediately applied. He's ripping. Just not a camel clutch, Brit. You know what you're doing? Colossal clutch. Just tearing at the face of Josh Wolf. But Wolf says, welcome to the match, Brit. Good to have ya. There's the DDT I know and love from Josh Wolf. The DDT, the best DDT in the game. Cutthroat slam now fired off by Wolf. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the plan all along from Vintage was to keep Britt nice and fresh, was to get him pissed off so he can use that against Wolf. But right now it's Josh who's on top of things and looks for the jaws of Fenrir. Has now hit all three members of the opposite team with that. Joey Bacon twice hooks the leg. Will Britt Snipe be short and not so sweet? No, just a 2 count. Chris Andrews, Irish whip over to the corner. Josh Wolf knows he's got to keep his team fresh, wants to make a tag. I'd say to John Reed, sorry. Britt, though, fights out of the corner, goes for a waistlock punch to the back of the head. Instead, goes for a super kick to the back of the head. Does Josh Wolf. Britt says that. Instead, get you a cliffhanger. Pop-up German suplex. I don't know if there's anybody stronger in the game than the Bloody Britt. Their strategy now becoming clear for Chris Andrews as he turns Josh Wolf's leg into hamburger meat with these elbow drops. Want to try to super kick me, bitch? And ready! Britt came, he saw, and he oh! Really? Josh Wolf kicking out of revenge. Andrew said, what's with the submissions by Britt tonight? Look at that Dragon Sleeper. Wolf with a nice escape plan, however, and a kick to the back of the head. You see Josh Wolf, though, grasp at his throat. Swinging neck breaker. This six-man tag team matchup to cap off Genesis number 124, what's been an awesome show, is a banger. Clothesline now by the team captain of Genesis, looking to show his men what winning looks like. Off that second turnbuckle, the vessel of Fenrir sizes up the Brit. Well, he didn't take Britt off his feet, so I guess in one way that was successful, but very clear botch. Don't blame Josh Wolf, though. He got squashed by Joey Bacon about 10 times. Yo, what up, Tiff? Just in time for the main event as Chris Andrews, the snap German suplex. The best German suplex in the sport. Josh Wolf continues to fight, though, as he grabs at his head. You know, Wolf in 2 weeks meets Reese Ortiz in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The winner receives an Alpha World title shot. The jaws of Fenrir. A second time to the Brit. 1, 2, but Bacon breaks through the defenses of John Reed to make the save. But as I was saying, if Josh Wolf beats Reese Ortiz and wins the Invitational, and if Britt can retain the title against El Jefe at Homecoming, we very well may see this one-on-one match here. Josh Wolf, Chris Andrews for the championship. That's something I pay to see. Another cliffhanger for Josh Wolf to ensure that he never forgets the sting of it. It's so impactful that referee Perry White nearly fell over. That could do it, and it does! A second cliffhanger from the Brit puts down the team captain of Genesis in this six-man tag team match, but not after, or before I should say, Josh Wolf got his licks in. Unfortunately, it was not enough. I don't know what the game plan of Joey Bacon and El Jefe was to keep Britt fresh and get him pissed off, or if they on purpose did not want to tag in the Brit, but had to in the end. Look at that super kick. I'm glad they replayed that. That was awesome. Either way, no matter what exactly happened, Chris Andrews celebrates with his vintage buddies. And I'm sure that Josh Wolf is definitely going to catch some flack from his team after all the ish he's been talking to them about winning and not looking weak. Not saying that he looked weak, but he did lose. So. And apparently, Josh Wolf just rolled right out of the ring and grabbed his phone saying, "We did good. We can." They lost. Genesis. And then I was expecting this. A tweet from Reese Ortiz says, "Welp, guess you choked." Saw that coming. But guys, as always, if you do like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you drop a follow so that you get alerted when I go live. !CMV. Voice things. What? ! A little bit more information about us. And ! Join, of course, will give you a link to our website, cmvwrestling.com. We are on Xbox One. So make sure you obviously can upload there. But the more the merrier. If you are interested, we'd be happy to have you. Yeah, all that stuff. Our Twitter there, ! Twitter, official CMV _ You can follow us for updates, signings, match cards, all that kind of good stuff. ! Discord will give you a invite to our Discord server. And a cheeky fupa. When you get success, you have to be very smart and be extra focused and protect your surroundings. That's good advice. That's actually good advice. It was the first time we ever actually had good advice from the fupa. And to sign off, guys, one more final tweet from Josh Wolf responding to Reese Ortiz. Says, we are doing better than Fusion is. Next week will be nothing but training. And Ortiz slips in the last little hit saying, you could really use it. So, guys, thanks for dropping in. And I will see you on Monday for what should be an interesting episode of Fusion. 2 title matches there, the U.S. title on the line and the Trios titles. It's going to be a good one, and I will catch you on the flip side.